As the entire rest of the world is trying to save themselves, even though most of them are too late, like I said, the car's already gone off the cliff. Not too much point in course correcting now. You got some that insist on doubling down. Disney doubles down on diversity as Orange Man purges DEI from the federal government. Looks like Disney can't make up their minds. So didn't they reverse a bunch of Alphabet Soup stuff in was it in Inside Out 2 and in one of their TV shows? And now they're like, you know what? Never mind. Let's go make another Lightyear. The Walt Disney Company is doubling down on DEI just as President Orange Man is in the process of removing the controversial programs from the federal government, calling them illegal in his recent executive order. Yeah, they are. Orange Man is not wrong here. Disney touted its commitment to DEI in its annual proxy statement filed this week with the Securities and Exchange Commission, in which the company said it incorporates DEI into its board selection process as well as executive bonuses. Yeah, like others have said many times, the weatherman, Bob Iger, still seems to have some political aspirations. But if he does this, dude, you're going to be just as likely to become president as Gavin Newsom is now. It's not going to happen, man. Maybe if you were able to keep this woke fad going an extra couple of years, you may have been able to get away with it. But no, like, look, this is something no one ever wanted. This is something no one ever liked. And now it's just finally safe to say so. So all the stunning and brave silent majority are coming out and saying what they've allegedly always believed, even as they were saying the opposite and attacking you for it. Not bitter at all about that. It even classified diversity under the category of skills and experience. Yeah, that's one of those, like, if you have DEI on your resume, that's an experience that disqualifies you from the job. Like, yeah, we don't want HR ticking time bombs here. Sorry. How about you get out of here now? Yeah, Disney is dead. Yeah, look, I think the only reason Disney hasn't completely folded yet is because Inside Out 2 did really well, and Deadpool and Wolverine did pretty well. Notice that the only things that are doing well are things that don't have wokeness in them. Must be a coincidence. The filing, which was first reported by That Park Place, comes as a growing number of major corporations, including Walmart, Target, Boeing, and Ford, are moving away from or are completely abandoning their DEI initiatives. Or they're just rebranding them and trying to hide them. Such programs are increasingly seen as divisive and counterproductive. They always have been. You guys are just late to notice. As well as legally dubious as they discriminate against white and Asian males based on race and gender. This is why I've been saying for years, this shit's always been illegal. The only reason that they've been getting away with it is because no one had the balls to challenge them in court over this. So on Monday, after his second inauguration, President Orange Man issued an executive order calling DEI programs illegal and ordering their removal from the federal government. The executive order doesn't affect corporations like Disney, but a larger cultural shift away from DEI is unmistakable as companies and even academic institutions seek to distance themselves from woke ideology. Most of them too late. Like, I use the example of Japan a lot. If Japan came out as explicitly anti-woke and anti-DEI, they could course correct and save themselves. Most of these American companies, though, they went too hard on the DEI. There's no walking it back. At least not without firing everybody. Public universities in Florida, Texas, Colorado, Iowa, and even New Jersey are moving away from DEI in the wake of Orange Man's election victory in November. For now, at least Disney is still on board with DEI. Yeah, at least until Iger can find a way to keep his Democrat credentials going without sacrificing his presidential bid and somehow keeping the company running. Yeah, it's not going to happen. Just give it up, Bobby. You're never going to be president. Disney's proxy filing lists DEI as a factor in calculating annual bonuses of top executives, including CEO Bob Iger. Under Iger's leadership, Disney has positioned itself as the antagonist to Orange Man, especially through ABC News, which showed clear bias against Orange Man during the presidential debate it hosted in current year -1. Well, let me just ask you guys this. So Bob Iger wants to make Disney Orange Man's antagonist. How did that work out for them in Florida when they made themselves Ron DeSantis's antagonist? So surely Disney put Florida in their place. So now they're ready to maybe punch up a weight class and try that at the national level, right? Oh no, they were thoroughly and soundly defeated in Florida. And yet they think they can win against Orange Man? Okay. Let's go, man. I'm not going to tell you not to. I want to see the show. Disney recently agreed to pay more than $50 million to settle Orange Man's defamation suit against the network. In the proxy statement, Disney says its board members are evaluated based on how well they reflect the diversity of the company's shareholders, employees, customers, guests, and communities in which it operates. The proxy also states that Disney's board is 40% non-male and 30% non-white. Make it 100%. How about we replace Bob Iger? He needs to be replaced with a black woman. Make him live up to his own standards. Yeah, he's already destroyed Disney and his own legacy. Yeah. So part of me thinks that the only reason they surprise thrust Disney onto Chapek all those years ago is so Chapek is the one that's going to be blamed for all the bad decisions and the decline of Disney. This, right, what we're seeing now, this was supposed to be Disney's redemption arc. So after they threw Bob Chapek under the bus and had him take the blame for all of Bob Iger's bad decisions, when Bob Iger came back and then they got rid of Chapek, brought him back, he was supposed to be the white knight. He was supposed to be the hero that rides in and saves Disney from that evil Bob Chapek. Notice that hasn't happened, though. Notice that they're just declining even faster. He really misjudged this. Actually, that's an understatement. He done fucked up. If he just stayed gone, maybe they could have remembered Chapek as the reason Disney died. Oh, Disney was so popular and successful under Iger, but then Chapek came in and ruined it all. But Iger fucked it all up by coming back. Now that he came back and made it worse, he just completely destroyed his own legacy. He could have saved some of it. There could have been some plausible deniability. Yeah, you know what? Maybe if Chapek wouldn't have come by, maybe Iger would have led Disney to greatness. But now there's no question about it. Now that he's back and in charge and things are still getting worse, if anything, people are starting to realize that Chapek was just the fall guy. Say, wait a minute, maybe Iger was the problem all along. Yeah, Bob Iger killed Disney. Yeah. Look up. Do you want to know the extent of Bob Iger's creative credentials? So he's a weatherman that got lucky. I think that's what Clownfish says, right? The weatherman that got lucky. Yeah, he's no creative himself. You know what his strategy was? Literally just the big corpo strategy of, this guy made something cool. We're going to buy it and make it ours. Yeah, he's from ABC, exactly. So when Disney bought ABC, weatherman Bob Iger came along for the ride. But no, his entire strategy for growing Disney was to just buy up all the competition. How well did that work out with Fox? Dude, like Disney spent what was it, 70 billion or something for Fox? I mean, it was in the high tens of billions. And then Murdoch took just a couple $100 million of that and bought Tubi and is destroying Disney on streaming. Yeah, 60 billion. Man, what a waste of money. No, what do I know? I haven't cost a multi-billion-dollar corporation tens of billions of dollars, so I guess I'm not qualified to judge. I'm not qualified to judge until I've lost a corporation billions of dollars. No one will give me the opportunity, though. I keep saying, hey, I could lose you billions of dollars just like your current CEO. Why don't you just put me in charge? But they don't want to. Fucking losers, man. All I'm asking for is a chance to prove that I could be just as incompetent as all these CEOs. Hell, maybe you'll get lucky and I'll actually do something good. You're not going to get good decisions out of these sleazeballs you have up there now.